What's up, mechanics? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another episode of Tool Tuesday here at the Vim Tools headquarters. Just like to say that last week we had a little bit of a technical issue, which is why we ended up posting on a Wednesday. For whatever reason, the file got corrupted and it wasn't able to upload on Tuesday. It's also the same reason that we couldn't upload the Q&As from last week because there was a problem with the video. It wouldn't let us upload it to YouTube. So hopefully we've fixed that problem and we're back today.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we happened to drag it out 45 minutes, so it was also a very long video that was hard to upload. That was a lot of factors. It was also Tuesday at 3 o'clock when we finished it.
If you're not watching the Q&A episodes, there's a link in the description of this video that takes you to another video, which is just questions and answers. We separated it from the regular episode because we were, I don't know if there was a lot of people that wanted to sit through the questions before we got to the rest of the episode, so we kind of split it up. For anyone that wants to see questions and answers, just click on the link below and you can watch that part of Tool Tuesday. And also, somebody asked, why can I not find all the Q&As in a playlist? It's because the playlist isn't listed on our channel. They're literally just, you have to click on the link in the description of each Tool Tuesday episode to go to that episode. But maybe we should make that public.
Yeah, but it will refer to the, I guess you can list them, but it refers to the week before.
I know.
So like if you have a question, you tune in next week to that video, and then you look at that description. That's how you know where whatever. But we'll try to make a playlist for it.
Yeah. But today we're talking about some storage, some tool storage stuff.
There's a couple reasons we want to talk about this today. Is because A, we haven't talked about it in quite a while, and B, we kind of want to see what changes you'd like to see, and if that's something that we're, if it's in the realm of possibility that we can do moving forward, because this is the time where we have to make that decision, because we're going through them pretty steadily and we're reaching our re-up point, so we have to figure out whether or not we want to keep this going just as is, or if we want to change something up about it. So this is where we're going to go to you for any ideas that you guys might have for updating or improving these storage cases.
Yeah.
That's A. And then B, we also have the silicone mats because we don't talk about these enough. For their price point comparative to what's out there already, we do not talk about these enough.
For real. And we also have a question for any dealers that are watching.
So let's get into it. Go for it, Mikey.
First let's ask, for any dealers that are watching, I'm sure you guys have seen our storage cases before. These are them. And I'm sure
Here if you want.
these are them. Part number SCS and SCL. This stands for storage case small, storage case large. You open this up. These are removable.
Makes
right?
it easy to clean.
And once you close it, it actually seals off each individual compartment. So if you move it around, you shake it or whatever, what have you, you're carrying it around, nothing gets mixed up in between compartments. They're also very strong, but we're going to get into that in a second. What the question we have for the dealers is, in order to help the warranty process or dealers to have access to individual products in order to support sets that you're selling on the trucks, we are going to be making a set support kit, a few different ones, like one for sockets and drivers maybe, and then another one for bits and whatnot, that will have the most popular sizes that you may need to warranty on your route in a storage case so that you have them on the truck to give anybody that needs a warranty. Obviously, warranties cannot wait weeks.
And not only warranty, just individual purchases.
Or individual purchases. Or individual purchases. But, I mean, the main point was that, some people, when a dealer needs to warranty a product, if you don't have it on the truck, you need to order it, and then you need to order it from a warehouse who orders it from us, and it goes through this whole process, and then it may take 3 or 4 weeks before that person gets a replacement, and that is not okay because a lot of times you need that like next day. You're working with it. So we're going to make a support kit for the set that dealers can have on the trucks so that you can replace products right then and there on the spot. Or so you don't have to break down sets and then have to wait until you get your piece back to complete the set again.
The point of it is we had a lot of dealers tell us that the main issue they have with our line is not anything with the quality or even the service. The only issue they're having is that when a tech loses something or breaks something, if it's warranty, whatever the case may be, if someone needs something out of a kit, they don't have quick access to open stock to replace that piece, whatever the the situation might be. So what we're trying to do in this is give the dealers something to have on the truck to say, hey, customer A, customer B, you guys, you want something that we can service easily. You want something that we can readily, replace whatever. This is a kit for you because we have all the pieces here to make sure that we can actually go in and take care of your set no matter what happens. So you're not sitting you don't have, your piece missing for however long. That makes it easier, better for the tech. That makes it better for the dealer. B, obviously, it doesn't take up that much space on the truck. You can keep multiple different things on it. And now it's not going to have the full open stock list of every set. What we're doing is we're compiling a list of the most ordered and used pieces from each set. And based on a 2-year average, what's been used, we're going to fill kits. And we're going to have a driver version, a bit version, a socket version. So it'll kind of cater to what you sell the most of as a dealer so that, you have not anything that you're going to sit on forever, but things you actually go through based on what you're selling. So what we want is your opinions on, A, the dealers. What is it that you're seeing that you need the most of, readily available? And B, the end users, what is it that you guys are seeing that is taking long for you to get when you go through a tool truck? So that we can actually use that information and use that input to determine what's going to go in these kits.
Yeah, or individual pieces. If you need to sell an individual piece, I've had a dealer tell me that there's this one guy, he stops by every week and he always needs a new T30. And so he was like, every time I have a guy that has a problem with something like that, I usually just sell them a VIM bit and the problem goes away. Obviously because, our bits or drivers, they tend to hold up very well. And so the dealers will just replace something with a VIM version and, they don't have to replace it as often. So you will have those individual pieces here. If ever somebody is constantly breaking another bit, you can always just give them one of ours. So maybe that problem will go away for you.
And a lot of the word warranty is being thrown around a lot, yes. This is a support kit more so because we don't see a lot of warranties back, but we do sell a lot of individuals. We sell a ton of them, whether it's a dealer replacing some other brand to their customer, or if it's a customer saying, whatever I'm using keeps breaking, let me get one of the VIM ones, see how it works before I buy the set. Whatever the case may be, this is a support kit because we're getting warranty. We don't get a whole ton of them, so you won't see a lot of them. But either way, regardless of the situation, the dealer needs to have access to these open stock pieces in order to service the end user.
Yes. And for anyone that doesn't really understand what's going on, if you're not a dealer, it's not that dealers are ordering from us and then we take forever to ship it. There's a whole process because we don't sell direct to trucks. So obviously they go through warehouses and then there's a whole process with the warehouse having to get it from us, and then so everything takes longer, especially if the warehouse doesn't stock the piece themselves. Because if they don't have it in stock, they have to bring it into stock from us.
And some might ask, well, why doesn't the warehouse keep it in stock? Well, that's, there's us along with, hundreds of other manufacturers who are supplying these warehouses, and we're relatively one of the smaller ones given our size, and we have 6,000 to 8,000 SKUs that would need to go into a warehouse system in stock for them to be able to do that, which it's just not a smart business decision across the line to do that. Yeah, they keep the most popular open stock in stock, but they don't keep the entire line. This is hopefully addressing more direct needs of dealers as opposed to just saying what sells better. That's just what we got to do to be able to service the dealer and the end user at the same time.
So dealers, let us know what pieces would you like to see in set support kits for sockets, bits, and for drivers. And
there's also going to be a repair kit one, but we're going to put everything in that.
Yes. And for everybody else, let us know what you use the most of and what you might want your dealer to have readily available access to on the truck.
And stay away from T30. I know the T30 is a very common one. The Phillips number 2, very common one. Even our Impact SP3, or Phillips number 3, is very common. It's just we want to know some of the other odd sizes that are being used a little bit more often because we obviously know the big few, but we want to kind of narrow it down on the back end of that list.
Yep. But let's talk about the storage cases.
Okay.
Now, separately, because we've talked enough about the warranties and whatnot. So this is the SCS, like I was saying. This is our storage case. We've had it for about 2 years now. And like I said, these are all removable, so you can customize this If you need to put something a little larger there, you can. Or move these around or change them up. You can do that. And like I said, they seal off each individual compartment when you close this so nothing gets mixed up, but they are super strong. And we've proven that on a Instagram video where we ran it over with a bunch of different things. We ran it over with the Razor, we ran it over with the golf cart, and then we ran it over with a Tundra.
My truck.
And that's this one right here, actually. That's
Correct.
the one we ran over. And you can see it is still functioning.
That is actually, you kind of jumped the gun there, but yeah, that is why I'm using this one specifically to show, so you guys can see it here. We actually put a bunch of these discs in it, but locks, it still holds up, no problem. But you can see, this is the one that got ran over. You see right there, that busted. The lock still held up. You can see it kind of bent right here. You can see that it got the living crap scratched out of it. All this is from it scuffing on the ground. And actually, can we throw that video up?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that clip from that video up right about now.
What's up, mechanics? This is one of our storage cases. All of these are individual. You have 20 compartments that you can take out and customize. Ridges on top, once you close this, seal off each individual compartment. Nothing gets mixed up. If you drop it, if you shake it around, it's sitting on a truck, you got stuff in here. You don't have to worry about anything getting mixed up. But these ridges also provide a lot of support, as I'm about to demonstrate. No way. All right, we will break this thing. Okay. Still works? Like, it still works.
So, as you can see, there was no nonsense, no BS. We legitimately just put it down and saw what it could take and ran it over multiple times. And it held up no problem. Because, I mean, it's obviously, you know, it's seen some wear, but it still locks no problem. And this is just the larger version of the SCS. This is the SCL, like Michael said. Same concept, you just have more cups in here. But they're all, this is the exact same concept. And now you see the ridges here. It's not locking like a pack out or a whatever the other ones are. But they go on top of each other, and then they sit in to where they have that groove they don't really come out of.
Yeah, well, because it has these right here. So
Exactly,
they're
so it lines up together. So it's not going to lock, but stacked on top of each other, it doesn't really move much.
Yeah, they're stackable.
And again, two sizes. What differences would you guys like to see in these? What would you change? I know the color, that's not happening. We're going to stick with green no matter what we do. But what would you like to see change-wise of this? What would you do to, you know, better it? Would a locking mechanism make you want it more? Like, well, I'm trying to figure out how we can improve this kit.
Yeah.
Okay, go on and store the trays.
Okay. Now we've got some silicone mats.
Yeah.
I was going to call it a tray. Silicone mats. This is the STSG. This is the STMG. These are the two separate sizes that we have. Obviously, being silicone, they are sticky. And, you know, this smooth surface on the back, you can throw this on the hood of a car or really anywhere in the car.
The engine
and it's
bay,
not
so
going to
you
slide
can keep
off.
everything. It's what
Yeah,
it's
right.
made for.
Or in the engine bay, it's not going to slide off. It has rows here for bits. It's got some other compartments here for, you know, whatever you need to set aside, nuts, bolts, or something that you don't want to lose. And these are really not that expensive. There is another brand out there that made something similar to this, and you know, because they were kind of the first to market, it was very expensive.
They're also USA made, I think. They are.
Are they?
Yeah, that's why I think they're very expensive.
Well, they are very expensive, and these are not. And you can click on that link down in the bio so that you can see what they go for on our website, or ask your dealer.
Now, the reason that these are so beneficial, A, the color green. A lot of people don't like the green, but any high-vis color in this instance helps because you can reflect any small pieces off of the bottom of this, obviously, so you don't actually have trouble. Because imagine if this was dark blue or black, it'd be crazy. You'd be losing pieces left and right, and you wouldn't notice if they weren't there, if they fell off the tray or whatever it is. But it has these little in grooves for ratchets or extensions. Obviously, you can keep sockets in here, like you said, bits in there. Something else that people use this STMG for a lot is gun cleaning. And I found out why. Well, obviously, most people take some type of towel, bath towel or rag or whatever, on their coffee table in their living room. Whereas with this, you don't have to dirty the towel. You don't have to worry about pins rolling off onto the carpet and you losing it. You don't have to worry about anything spreading. It keeps everything clean. It keeps everything organized, and you can easily get to everything. Keep it all separate. It has dividers for everything, so you don't got to worry about it. And obviously, it won't scratch your gun.
Yep, and you can just hose it off after. If there's a lot of grease left on it, it's very easy to clean.
Yes.
And if ever you think that it has lost its stick, you just got to clean the back off, and it's ready to go again.
Now, is this something that you guys would like to see the line expanded on? Would you like to see more, different? What would you like to see in terms of changes on these two kits, if not in addition to these two kits?
Yeah. In what way could we change this for your liking?
What do you want to see?
What do you want to see? You guys tell us.
Alrighty. I think that's all we have on storage cases, trays today. We're going to go on over to the Q&A. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Leave your questions down in the comments if you want to be answered on the next Q&A episode, and we'll get to that when we can. So thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Peace out.